Thanks everyone for joining. We're going to start with Dennis in front.
So I know you said before the game that the focus wasn't on this being Sue's last game. The focus was on trying to get the win. Do you think that over the course of the game, that kind of the I guess everything that went into it kind of was a distraction, or is it just?
No, it's not a distraction. Not at all. I mean, it's great that people came out to support her, but not a distraction at all.
This was a game where there were a lot of, players were losing their handles a lot. Could you get a feel for why that was? And I mean, on both sides.
Yeah, no, look, obviously just a little bit of tightness. I don't know. We just made some really not really good decisions down the stretch, and they did, and that shows the leadership of their team. We're a team that really, and that's why I said we're a team that we're a pretty good team, but we don't know how to win close games. And we just took ill-advised shots and just made mistakes we shouldn't have, and that's where we're going to learn, because we do still have a lot of our young players.
Do you think a game like this, with, like you said, the mistakes that you made and kind of the atmosphere and everything that went into it, will benefit you guys by the end of the season and going into and in future seasons?
Yeah, look, these players have played all around the world in different situations in front of a lot of big crowds. I mean, I don't even notice a crowd when I'm out there. So it's just basketball. It's trying to win a game. And I think that they're just locked in on trying to execute the best there. And, home court crowd, when you get going, that certainly helps. Definitely, I agree with that. But, yeah, it's good to experience atmospheres like this, because that's what, all women's basketball games should be.
Hi, Cindy. Brian, the only 5 free throws for you guys today. What do you think was the cause of that? Was it just Seattle coming up the paint? What do you think contributed to that?
Well, early in the game, they were switching or trying to shoot over Stewie, and they were getting blocks. We weren't getting into the body of players. But, they got some long players with Ezzy as well and in there. But, they didn't get many. And one game we went in overtime in Seattle. I think Stewie had 18 and our whole team had 14. So at least she wasn't getting all the calls tonight here until late.
Lorella, this was her first real extended run in a while. What did you think of her performance in the rotations that she was in?
Lorella?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Tash had 4 fouls, and I didn't think Mick was a really good matchup with Stewart, so we went with low bit of size, and hasn't played for a while, but she gave us the energy. She's defense, that's what she's in there. She made one mistake with not, pushing Gabby to the help, but other than that, she did a job when she got her minutes.
Yeah, speaking of returns, Dee, her first day back, and she played 13 minutes, gave you guys of both of energy. What do you think of her performance?
It was good. It's only going to get better. She hasn't played all off season, coming back from injury. Takes time to get a little rhythm, playing in different positions. But I liked what I saw out there. I think that's something that we can build on as we move forward. And, tonight we missed Beck Allen as well. We're just missing some really key players out there, but I'm encouraged that we could compete with the best, but we have to learn how to win those close ones.
And last one for me, last week championship contender, today championship contender. What do you think are the big lessons you could take from these 2 games as you head to another championship contender on Wednesday with Connecticut?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said Connecticut, this is the best team. I mean, they're going to, with Vegas, just their physicality, their size. We're going to have to bring a toughness, definitely, discipline with ball movement and making them move because of their length. But, I welcome it, because we're still learning, and we've grown so much, and now it's just seeing where we need to keep going. By the end of the season, we want to be playing our best basketball, and that's what it's about with a healthy team. But keep building. Like I said, tonight, Hani doesn't miss all those easy baskets like she did. We just missed a lot of easy shots. I didn't think we've made right decisions down the stretch, but things that we can learn.
Hi, Sandy. Miles Gross from WD Sports. On a more positive note, Marine had an absolutely wonderful night. Should we expect her to be a starter for the remainder of the year?
Yeah, I mean, the way she plays, you would think she would be. So I suppose when we've got all these players out, we don't have to make that decision yet. We'll make the decision as we go forward and when we get players back. But, I like I said, Marine, she's a pretty good player. And it was last game, she didn't score so much, but she was fantastic today in a lot of different areas. it gives us versatility, but Marine starts or comes off the bench, she'll be a key player for us.
And then Han didn't have a fantastic night tonight. We've seen like such efficiency from her throughout, not so much today. What do you think contributed to her lack in that department?
She was actually tired before the game, so I didn't know what I was going to get out of her today. So we just got to rest her up. This is a young player just in a grind of a WNBA season that has to, learn how to get up for every game, and that's learning experience for all these young players.
Thank you.
Hey, Sandy. I wanted to ask about that fourth quarter because you said some of the shots didn't go down, some of the execution on offense. But defensively, there were some really good possessions that Seattle hit some difficult shots at the end of shot clocks. What do you think about how the team responded, especially because it was just a back and forth game throughout the afternoon?
Yeah, look, I thought our first half, we didn't show the toughness. I wasn't happy with the first half. But in the second half, I thought we played a little bit more with a sense of urgency and a bit of toughness, and we executed a little bit better. And they're great teams and made great shots. Gabby Williams, we let her go off way too much. We controlled Lloyd and Stewie. I mean, in the end, I used to always say that in Phoenix, have Diana Trusty and they don't, but they have Brianna Stewart and we don't. So, she just throw it into Stewie, she'll make something happen.
And it was a conflicted crowd today because so many people came out for Sue Bird's last time in New York. But the energy was really strong and continues to build throughout the season. What kind of lift has the crowd been, and where do you want to see them go from now to as the season progresses?
Yeah, look, I hope that we can continue to have crowds like we had today. I think, I think we've shown a good brand of basketball now. We're playing, a much better team at the start of the year, and it does help. It is home court advantage. I was in Phoenix for 8 years, and the X factor was such a big, a big asset for us there. And I think that's what we want to bring to the Liberty and get it back to the early days and make it a hot ticket. I think this is the best league in the world, the best players, and it shouldn't just be about Sue Bird coming in. It should be about all these wonderful players coming in but also supporting the New York Liberty. And as we work hard to get up to the, be the best team that we could be and hopefully win a championship.
Thanks so much, Cindy.
Thanks, guys.
Any other questions in the room?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach. Next up, we'll have Sabrina Ionescu and Marine Johannès.
She's kind of had a long road of rehabbing and getting back healthy. So she's going to continue to get better and help us.
Jackie?
Yes. Hello, I will start with MJ. I'm just curious if you could talk about your growth as a player defensively, alluding to what Brian said about how you had to guard Jewel, and you guarded Atkins and Cloud on Thursday.
Yes, I think I'm really focused on this part of the game. I'm just really focused, and the team is helping me a lot, and also the staff, the coaches. So I have to continue like that, but also I have to be more focused. I did some mistakes, but it was a little better from before. So I have to still continue to be focused on that.
I appreciate that. I'm curious as to what you think allows you to look so comfortable playing in Sandy's system. You've been here for almost 2 weeks, but you just look so comfortable.
I feel better. Like I said, the after day is much better. The sub is helping me a lot, and the team also. So the Sandy is really great with me. She's really positive, and she told me that I'm not in a box, so I have to play free and feel the game. And I think I understand what she wants, and I hope I can help the team.
Sabrina, for you, I'll ask you the same question. What do you think it is about how you guys play that just makes her look so comfortable on the floor offensively?
Well, I mean, I think, obviously the system helps, I think, all of us. It's just kind of a lot of reads, being able to just play without having to come down, run a play every single time. It's really just kind of flowing, pick and roll offense, which obviously helps guards like Marine and I just be, able to pass coming out of there and also score. But I think, the system fits everyone. If not, these players wouldn't be here. And so I think they've made a huge kind of emphasis on being you, playing, your style of play and being able to fit that into the system instead of the other way around.
I'm also curious if you could just give a bit of a check-in. So when you all last played Seattle, it looked very different than how it was this afternoon. What do you think has changed the most?
I mean, everything's changed. We're not that team anymore. We've changed a lot of things and, just getting the ball in the right people's hands, getting shooters open, getting cutters, having more of an inside presence with Hans, Steph, and Tosh. And so we're starting to figure each other out. We're starting to be able to have practices together and being able to continue to learn and play to each other's strengths. And so it's only up from here.
Last one for me. So there's a rally taking place tomorrow in New York for BG. And so I'm curious as to how you believe something like that will help the cause and sort of help to bring her back home. And also if any of y'all plan on going.
I mean, I will not be going because it's an off day and I can't be standing for that long. But I think, a lot of us will probably be going. And I think just continuing to bring awareness, continuing to talk about it, post about it, use our platforms to bring awareness to the fact that she's been there and we need to get her back home. And so hopefully there's going to be a big turnout. I would love to go if there's going to be another one in the future. I think our whole team would. And we're always keeping her, in our prayers and hoping she's going to return soon and safe.
Thank you.
Hi Sabrina, Dennis Coburn from Newsday. You guys have talked about playing in these games and learning from them. But I'm wondering, is there some irritation that you guys aren't getting the results that you would want?
I mean, I think that's kind of part of basketball. You're not going to win every game, particularly in this league. And sometimes when you win every game, it masks the things that you have to work on. And so when we did win, particularly in the month of June, we're not forgetting what we need to continue to get better on. And so, we're not losing sight of that. Obviously, we would have loved to win these games. I think we've had 2 close ones that it kind of proved to us against Chicago and now Seattle, 2 top teams in our league that we're going head to head with these teams. And so I think it's a positive, we're not losing by 30 or 40 to these teams and we're right there. And so now we just need to figure out how to win.
And for both of you, obviously, this was Sue Bird's last game in New York. What did she mean to both of you as in over the course of your basketball careers as a player?
She said both, so I guess you go first.
So for me, like she's the GOAT, like really in France, we are looking at her like she's the best point guard. So it's like it was last summer I played against her with national team, and it was something special for me, and because I'm really like a big fan, and playing here against her for our last game in this like in New York. It's crazy for me, and I will remember this for my life.
Yeah, I mean, kind of exactly what Marine said. I think, when anyone thinks about the WNBA, they think about Sue Bird. And so what she's meant to the sport, she's transcended it. What she's meant to absolutely everyone outside of the sport is something that you can't really put into words. So really cool to see how many people were here tonight in support of her and her career and what she's done, and all the best to her and what she's going to do after.
We'll finish up with Lawrence.
Hi, Marina and Sabrina. Marina, I wanted to ask first about kind of what Sabrina was alluding to at the end there about the crowd this afternoon. Just how much of a lift do you get when the stands are filled like they were and they're as loud as they were this afternoon?
Yeah, I think it was a great atmosphere in this gym, and it wasn't not only for Super. I think it was also for us. and the way we played, and it was really good playing in this gym today.
Thank you. And Sabrina, in that fourth quarter, Seattle made some very difficult baskets, especially late in the shot clock. And I was asking Sandy about this before you came out, but is there anything positive that you can draw from that? That yes, they made some difficult shots, but that you were making it so hard for them, and it was kind of an uphill fight all afternoon.
Yeah, did they get lucky on some of those last shots? Probably, Brianna Stewart hit a shot with 1 second left, double teamed. But that's why they are who they are. They've been in these positions, they're poised. They're able to, get the ball to go in and hit big time shots. And so that's just something that, we have to want to do and have to get really good at doing is, we are up in the fourth. And so we have to figure out ways to continue to build that lead, get stops when we need to, and continue to score because, that couple of those missed shots and we score and that game, score could be a lot different.
Last, we'll go over to Christos on Zoom. Christos?
Hello, ladies. Doing well. Sabrina Schubert said before that she's a big fan. She's planning to buy. You hear me? Can you hear me?
Now I can, yep. Oh, someone put him off.
Sorry, just 1 sec.
Well, I'll answer a question that he was probably gonna ask. It's an honor for her to say that. Well, is someone gonna record this for him? Or am I just gonna talk? Okay. It's an honor for her to say that, she's a fan, obviously. I think everyone that's playing this game is a fan of her. And I'm obviously a fan, just, in the point guard position. And so it was an honor to play against her. We haven't played against each other too many times, but just being able to learn from how she's able to carry a team, the legacy that she's left, and just her poise in the point guard position is huge. And it was an honor to play against her tonight.
Great, thank you both. We'll send a copy of the recording shortly on the post cameras.